80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They'll run it with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal. I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Room here to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Raheem Mostert taking it in. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he rifles one incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Elliott. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
Let's pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. He's going to fire one. Deep left. He's got him in. Complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Here's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Elliott, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4.
3rd and long for Prescott.
13.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 24, Cowboys 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
For the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Blake Jarwin. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Garoppolo steps away to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jordan Lewis.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Final play of the half. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Jason Barrett brought him down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
I see you over there. You scared?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This is Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
With 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 17-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Spins past him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They go to Elliott again. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. This looks like a free play for Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. To throw is Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out, coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Let's go.
Raheem Mostert, 74 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
At 42 all. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well timed there by Richard Sherman, a sack on the corner blitz. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On first down, they go with Mostert again. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now Garoppolo forced out to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.